Hey guys, this is Eckhart Slaughter. Hello and welcome to another video today. And first of all, I want to apologize. I've sort of been off the lore videos for a while. I've been posing lots of discussions and giving my opinion on things, and I sort of just got burnt out from doing lore. I don't really have any great topics I want to cover right now, but I'm sure we'll get back to it sooner rather than later. Today, however, we'll be tackling a relatively simple looking question that's actually fairly difficult to answer. And the question is, are we entering or approaching a Star Wars golden age? I say a golden age because I'm not talking about, say, the greatest period to be a Star Wars fan ever. I'm talking about a period of time that we will look back on in the future and think, that was really great. Things were going really well for Star Wars, and it was a wonderful time to be a fan. Because there have been lots of dark ages in Star Wars. The dark age that people talk about, I think probably most prominently, would be that period after the release of the original trilogy and before the expanded universe kicked in, so sort of the mid to late 80s. The original trilogy was fully released, there wasn't really the prospect for new movies coming anytime soon, and there just wasn't a lot of Star Wars content coming out. And fandom definitely suffered at that period, and really to an extent, depending on whether you were into the expanded universe or not, that dark period really continued until the prequels, and then for some, even beyond that. I mean, I was only 7 when The Phantom Menace came out. I wasn't really reading a whole lot of the expanded universe. I was playing some of the video games like Shadows of the Empire, but to me, Star Wars even then felt like a thing in the past. Then, of course, the prequels come out, and as a kid, that's one of my golden ages. All of this new content coming out, a completely new era. Then, afterwards, we get to another dark age, probably what I would call the 2010s until the Disney purchasing of Lucasfilm. It felt like there was nothing Star Wars coming out. There wasn't even the prospect of more movies. Video games, which had been excellent during the 2000s, were stagnating. We weren't getting a whole lot of new releases. And the Clone Wars, which a lot of content had been focusing on, for me, was starting to become very, very bland. Then The Force Awakens comes out in 2015. It was an absolute box office juggernaut, especially in North America. More impressive North American numbers, by the way, than any of the Avengers movies or any MCU movies, period, which people sometimes forget. And I thought that movie was great. I had some serious problems, but it was super entertaining, and I thought it was an excellent introduction to a new trilogy. Of course, Rogue One comes out the year afterwards. That movie was also phenomenal. And for me, that was another mini golden age. And I don't want to say it's been a dark age since then, but I don't think we've returned to those heights. But could we be coming back to them soon? Well, I think there's a very real argument that we could be re-entering, or maybe we've already begun to enter, a new Star Wars golden age. Why is that? Well, largely because of Disney Plus and the variety of Star Wars programming that will be coming out at the end of this year into 2022 and beyond. The Mandalorian may be my favorite Star Wars thing that's existed outside of probably the original trilogy and maybe the Thrawn trilogy. It's a phenomenal piece of media, and it really seems like Disney has seen just how great Star Wars can be and maybe basing the future of the franchise off that template. And if they execute this, then I think we're in a period where we'll be getting more good Star Wars content than we ever have before. Let's talk about specifics. This year, of course, we have The Bad Batch, which I've really been enjoying. We've got Star Wars Visions coming up, which looks phenomenal. And we have The Book of Boba Fett, The Mandalorian Season 2.5, a lot of people have been calling it. People on social media working on this project have been really hyping it up. There's been so much positivity. We're always getting new casting and directing leaks that people are super excited for, and I think the show is going to be great. Boba Fett returning is awesome. Fennec Shand is a great character. I'm excited to see a seedier side of the Star Wars universe. People were worried that the Book of Boba Fett was seriously going to displace Mandalorian Season 3, but that doesn't seem like it's the case. It seems like Mando Season 3 is currently in production and could release as early as spring 2022. It seems like Star Wars wants there to be one major series ongoing at all times, which is just crazy and speaks to, for one, the technology of the volume, but just the sheer scale of the Star Wars production that ILM, Lucasfilm, and Disney has going on right now. Multiple teams across the globe producing TV shows and probably movies. It's really quite insane. And just to summarize what we've talked about that far, that means we've got Visions coming out in September 2021, Book of Boba Fett in December, Mando probably in early 2022, but we also know that we've got Andor coming out in 2022, filming and production may be complete on that, we've got Kenobi coming out in 2022, and The Bad Batch Season 2 will probably also be coming out next year, which means there may be no more content gaps where we just don't have Star Wars stuff coming out. There's also been some indications that the Book of Boba Fett may be getting a Season 2, which would be awesome, but beyond that, those are just the shows that we know are being worked on right now. We also have the Ahsoka show, Acolyte, the Lando show, and I think the Ahsoka show is probably going to be the really big thing, maybe even bigger than The Mandalorian, with Thrawn being involved. That's sort of their MCU type of thing, where they're going to have multiple stories coming together for one big event. That will probably be the Thrawn thing, although we do know Rangers of the New Republic may have some difficulties, but I'll talk about that in another video. But that's just on the TV side. I believe that Rogue Squadron, the movie, is set for a 2023 release date. We've got the Taika Waititi project, we've got Kevin Feige's movies, we've got the Rian Johnson movies, if you still believe those are still happening, and if you're a fan of publishing, there's also a lot going on that side. I know a lot of people don't enjoy the High Republic, but I really actually liked Book 2, and I'm excited for the last bit of Phase 1, which is coming out in January. We've got Timothy Zahn's Thrawn trilogy continuing. Unfortunately, the excellent Alphabet Squadron trilogy just finished, so probably no more of that. But there's definitely more to look forward to on a publishing side as well. But what about video games? Because a lot of people like the movies that have come out under Disney Star Wars tenure, and there's at least been movies and there's been TV shows, but there haven't been very many video games. Really only 4 major ones: Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, Star Wars Squadrons, which is one of my favorite Star Wars video games of all time, and Jedi Fallen Order, another excellent game. But that's only 4 games in a long period of time. Well, I will say next year is not looking too promising. It's possible we get the Jedi Fallen Order sequel, but I think it's far more likely that comes in 2023, and I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get any major or even minor video game release until then. The only one even on the radar is Star Wars Hunters. That's probably not going to be very good, but 2023 comes with the end of the Disney Star Wars exclusivity contract, which means that any publisher who works with Star Wars and Lucasfilm can publish a Star Wars video game. We know that Ubisoft's already working on one. They might be ready for release in 2023. And I'm also hopeful that this puts EA back into gear, because I actually like a lot of what EA has done with Star Wars. There's just too many fans for one company to put out as many Star Wars games as we want. Maybe we'll get that Battlefront sequel or spin-off that's been rumored, but either way, I definitely think in the next 5 years compared to the prior 5 years, we'll see a better release timetable of video games. So could we be entering a Star Wars golden age? I'm actually very hopeful. I mean, there's just so many little things that aren't even on people's radar that I think are going to be awesome. Visions, for example, I think is going to be great. We've got that new Droid series coming, I believe, next year or the year after. Just little things that people have forgot about that really represented a lot of the content that we would have got in prior years. I think it's going to be excellent. I'm very happy that I'm a Star Wars YouTuber, because I think there's going to be lots of stuff for me to cover for a long time. So if you enjoyed this video and if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Be safe, guys. Have a good one, and may the Force be with you.